So my reaction to the report is that CORE validated many of the concerns that so many of us born and raised and long-time residents and citizens of Washington, D.C. CORE validated our anxiety and our fear that the mayor's office, the Office of Planning, the Zoning Commission, and so many agencies and businesses and folks, leadership, some folks on the city council and leadership in some of the ANCs, they're working against us born and raised and long-term residents. And CORE validated that with their findings because the way that things are going now, none of us, Black people who have an average median income here in the city of about $40,000 to $45,000 a year, none of us are going to be able to afford to live here in Washington, D.C. any longer. Over the last 20, 30 years, we've seen the depletion of our special Black majority city that we've had here for such a long time. And our political rise within this city was based on a strong Black base, and to diffuse Black power by making it unaffordable for us to live here is the exact opposite of what racial equity should look like. And it's more of the same settler colonialism that has vanished so many different peoples around the world, but it's doing that right here, right now in Washington, D.C. As you've seen the racial demographic of the council change, as you've seen the prioritization of the developers and all of this building, all this available land and all of this available living space that has come to being in the last couple of years. They talk about growth, but yet they don't talk about displacement. They don't talk about the sacrifice. There has been, in the last 20, 30 years, we have never had so many units available. And yet, most of where the new units are, those neighborhoods are unaffordable for most people who live here, most of the Black people who live here. And so CORE and their findings, they validated this fear, this anxiety that this city will eliminate Black political power, eliminate the ability for the next generation of young Black people to be able to afford to live here. Black people built this city for free. They have never been compensated for that. And so we have to start there. Black bodies were used to enrich this area from the old tobacco trade. From within the United States, those tobacco fields, through the roads on 16th Street, Wisconsin Avenue, Georgia Avenue, all tobacco lanes. We built this city. Our ancestors, our elders sacrificed for other people to enjoy and to reap the benefits. And so you cannot talk about racial equity and affordability without real land acquisition for Black people. So affordability means whatever Black people can afford. That's what affordability means. And with our average median income, it's nowhere close to the area median income with our white counterparts, with the wealth gap that exists here in this city, in this country, in this nation. And so you can't address racial equity without looking that square in the face. Absolutely, we'll know who is responsible. And in this current council, along with previous councils and previous mayors, they will be found guilty while they are leading the ship to black removal here in Washington, D.C. You can't just take a place from a people, steal a place from a people, and then pretend as if you are the heroes, right? And so what we won't do is go silently. We won't be quiet, and we are going to point fingers, and we're going to say names based upon the choices that our current council members make when thinking about addressing real racial equity within the comp plan.